Hi guys, welcome to another video of Shut and Rajes. Today we have the much anticipated and very hyped product from Ola, and this is their Ola S1 Pro. Mind you, Ola launched two products, two electric vehicles, Ola S1 and Ola S1 Pro. This is the S1 Pro that I have here. I had to buy this one because it's very hard to get hands on these to review it at the moment. And I wanted to give you the true opinion that whether this type of vehicle makes any sense at this point or not. So let's get started. First I'd like to point out is that I'm very happy and very sad at the same time with this device. Very happy because the driving experience of this thing is crazy. I mean, I have tried it in hyper mode. Actually, Ola S1 Pro has three modes, the normal, sport and hyper. In hyper mode, this thing becomes crazy fast. Like, it's hard to control the acceleration. It's that fast. You instantly get thrown backwards and you feel the rush. Legit, you don't feel like you're riding a scooty, and it feels like you're riding a big bike or something of that sort. But I think that's where the fun ends for me, and then comes the real problems of living with an EV. Let's discuss the battery at the last, because we all know at this moment that it's a problem. Let's start with first the driving experience that you have to change. Like, I have this habit when I'm taking a turn, I'm used to pushing the brake a little, but in this, when you have even touched the brake, the scooty won't move no matter how much you accelerate, because it's electrically controlled and it's an electric motor, so it won't move at all when you touch the brake. And that's, I think, was a little unsettling in the beginning, because when I wanted to take a turn, I had to like put a little hand on the brake and it stopped moving completely. So that was a little unsettling. But other than that, braking performance of this is good. But I think when you drive this in hyper mode, neither the chassis or the brakes or even the tires are good enough to accommodate that surge of power that this electric motor gives. So that is something that you should be very cautious about while switching to hyper. Also, that thing eats battery like crazy, and you get around 80 kilometer or so range. I don't think that's good, but we have never driven this completely on hyper mode, so I cannot review how much exact range we get. Second thing is, the ride quality of this is great. Like, when you sit and ride, it's very comfortable. Even with a pillion, the seats are comfortable, wide enough, so you won't have any issues of comfort, at least on this scooty. The design again is a little subjective, and I don't think it's one person's decision to call it good or bad, but in my opinion, I think the design is okay. I won't call it very good, I won't call it very bad. It's okay. It's in the mid range for me. And although the price of this is a little higher, the normal S1 you get at around 1 lakh rupees, the S1 Pro you get at around 1,20,000. In cities like Delhi, you have subsidy by which you can get around the road tax returned to you completely. So check before ordering. Now coming to the range of this scooty, the claimed range by Ola is 135 kilometers, which is, I think, on a very standardized testing modes. But in real time, I think we usually get 120 to 110 kilometers of range. That too when we are driving it cautiously. If we drive aggressively, it will be harder to cross 100 kilometers of range is this thing. The sad part about this is that there is no charging station anywhere in India right now. So if you have a charging station that you can get installed at your home, only you can charge it then, because I live on 3rd floor, so it's very difficult for me to charge. I have to manage somehow to get it charged. I would say that Ola tried their best to make this a very likable product, and they have succeeded too in a few parts, but they have failed miserably in a lots of parts. One cool feature though I'd like to show you before going to the cons of this scooty is you can actually put this in reverse and you can drive reverse. That's something that is very good, and again, that surge of power that you get from this is crazy. So a lot of times I have wished that my bike or my two-wheeler should have a reverse mode, and this one does. Great. Now coming to the cons, the first con that I feel is the build quality. I have driven similar price scooties like Suzuki's Bergman, or let's say Activa. Activa is crazy level in build quality. They have very mature, I would like to say, and very robust build quality. You will see panel gaps, here and there crackling noises and stuff like that in this product. So those are the small things that I think Ola can fix. But when you are spending this much money on a scooty, I don't think it makes sense to get something that's not a complete product. I would like to label it as an incomplete product at this moment. I'll back that with one more point. First was the that we don't have a charging station anywhere available right now. Ola should have first launched their charging station and then launched the product in the market. That would have saved lots of criticism for Ola, but I think they were a little too much in a hurry to give you the product and I think get their valuations up in a way. Second thing is that Ola could have gotten right is the build quality, which I already mentioned. Third thing is that it has lots of cool features, like you can play music, you can track it via app, you can find the charging station via app. You have a very cool touch screen. Everything feels very futuristic. You don't have a key, you only have a passcode, and honestly, I love the passcode idea, but the problem again starts from that point only. First thing, you will have to change your passcodes continuously. Second thing is that none of the features that I mentioned other than the passcode is available right now. There is no play music section. It clearly and boldly says that play music coming soon. There is no Bluetooth connectivity that you can utilize it. There is no application. I asked the Ola people, they told me today that you can expect the application sometime May last. So 6 months, it will be 6 months after having this product, and I still won't have the full feature of this product. And as MKBHD always says, don't buy a product that promises you features in the future. Buy it if it's promising you right now. So there is literally no smart features that this scooter is offering you right now. It's just a very cool display that you can do nothing with. So that's the biggest problem for me right now. And I don't know why a company that has so huge valuation, so huge funds available, cannot even make an app that can be worked around this. They should have postponed the launch. That's why I told you this feels a lot like an incomplete product. Now coming to the biggest issue, the range anxiety. I never driven an electric vehicle before, so driving this one was definitely a new experience, and it introduced me to range anxiety, because when this scooty shows me that there is only 30 kilometers of distance left, I panic. I panic that I have to get it to the charging station no matter what, because one thing is that 30 kilometers may seem a lot, but when you are traffic, it might consume lots of battery or whatever can happen and can stop. Second thing comes to again that this is an incomplete product. That is, it has a software bug, which I think Ola people said that they have fixed today in the morning only. I have yet to test it completely. But one day what happened, we were driving it, it was showing that around 28 kilometers of range left. But out of the blue, it just stopped, and in the middle, the battery percentage was showing somewhere from 17%. It turned down to 0, and it completely stopped in the mid of the road. Imagine being stranded somewhere at that situation at night. It will be very bad experience and very horrible. Honestly, at that time, I decided that I'll never suggest someone to buy Ola scooty for now, because it's a very incomplete product. That was a simple bug. Me, as someone who understands how coding works, I understand that what was the issue, but Ola with that much of resource couldn't fix it before launching the product. So that was very, very bad, and we had to actually, I'll attach a small video, we had to actually ask a juice seller on the side of the road to help us to get it charged, and he was good enough. He was a very good person, and he let us charge the scooty. And then once we plugged it in, it completely went from 0% to 16% in like seconds, because it was a software error. But still, we didn't have the energy to again, go from there. We had to charge it for like 1.5 hours. It went till 32%, then we moved on. So that is a very off-putting thing. And range and discussion on range and future of EVs again depend on how much you can drive this. I want to drive this scooty. I want to go to places with this scooty, but I cannot, simply because of the range anxiety. And it's real too. It's not just my anxiety, but it's real too. And at the same time, that there are no charging stations. So you'll have to either beg someone on the side of the road to give you a plug to charge it, and that's very bad experience. So overall, if you are in the market looking to buy an electric scooty, I would suggest Ather, because Ather I have not tried personally, but I think it will be better than this because they have charging installed. Features comes next, but once you cannot charge a scooter, I don't think there is any point. Also, one negative thing is that Ola has put their proprietary charging plug into this, so you cannot charge it at every two-wheeler charger also. So that's again very crazy why Ola is doing this, and I would suggest you to avoid this scooty at the moment if you can. Although in the city, if you are driving just in city, let's say 20-30 kilometers, 40 kilometers a day, this is good. This will be more than enough, and you have a charging socket too located at your home where you can charge it peacefully. This will be a sufficient and perfect scooty for you. Other than that, I'll suggest that this is a big no. Please avoid buying it. Give Ola some time, let them fix their product, let them understand that India is not an immature market where you can launch incomplete product and get away with it. We want finished product, and Ola should deliver on that because we are paying premium price for a scooty. So that's it from my side, guys. Thank you so much. If you want me to do any other video related to Ola, I will be glad to help you out. In any queries also, if you have, you can comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good day.